Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today, we're going to be looking at something that affects all of us really, and that's everyday money. Not just how to budget or anything like that, but how to kind of understand its potential and, make it work for us. We're going to be diving into an article called Everyday Money by Frederick Osei-Manu. And this article really made me rethink kind of my relationship with money. Have you ever felt like you're constantly chasing money instead of it, the other way around?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common feeling for a lot of people. And Osei-Manu in this article really tackles that head on. He argues that financial freedom isn't just about having a big bank account or anything like that, but it's about opportunity and empowerment and shaping the life that you want to live.
Yeah, that's really what grabbed my attention in this article. He starts by asking, why is money so important? And honestly, my initial thought was, to buy stuff. But he goes a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, he does. He highlights how money can unlock experiences, give you access to resources. It can even influence our thinking in a lot of ways. It's about what doors it opens and the choices that it provides for you.
Yeah. You know what? For me, financial freedom would mean being able to travel without constantly checking my bank balance. Just that feeling of being able to seize an opportunity without worrying about the cost.
Right.
That's powerful.
Absolutely. And it's not just individual either. It has a lot of broader implications. When people are financially secure, they're able to contribute more to their communities. They can support local businesses, even participate more actively in civic life. Financial stability can uplift entire communities.
So we've got the why. But how do we actually get there? There's no magical money trees.
Right. Right. He's pretty clear on that. No one is going to just hand it to you. Yeah. But he doesn't leave us hanging either. He encourages us to look at our own skills, look at our passions, even our hobbies. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? And sometimes those things that bring us joy can also bring in some income.
So there goes my dream of getting paid to binge watch reality TV. But I get his point. He gives some great examples in the article. Music, arts, sports, tech, education. It's about finding your strengths and then getting creative with them.
It really is. It's about taking ownership of your own financial future and not waiting for someone to do it for you. Think about it. What are your talents or your passions that could be translated into some income? Maybe you're a great baker or you have a knack for fixing things. Could those be income streams for you? Yeah,
this part of the article really got me thinking. I've always loved writing, but I never considered it beyond a hobby. Now I'm kind of wondering, can I turn that into something more? But let's say you've figured out, those income streams. What's next? Osei-Manu talks about this idea of putting your money to work. And he talks about this idea of sweet money, which sounds pretty delicious to me.
It does. Sweet money is all about passive income. That's money that your money earns for you. Think of it as putting your money to work while you sleep.
Okay, so instead of just trading your time for money, you're letting your money generate more money.
Exactly. Think about assets like owning a rental property and collecting rent, or investing in stocks that pay dividends. Osei-Manu even says, and I quote, "The secret of the rich is simple. They make their money go to work for them any given day."
Wow, that quote really hit me. Investing can seem pretty intimidating, but I'm starting to see it less as something only rich people do, and more as a tool that anyone can learn to use.
Yeah, and he's not saying that it's easy or that it's risk-free or anything like that, but it's about exploring those options. Yeah. Making informed decisions that align with your own goals. Even starting small can make a really big difference in the long run. It's about taking control of your finances and building a future where your money works for you. But there's another side to this that really resonated with me. Using your money for good.
Yes. It's not just about personal gain. It's about making a positive impact as well. And Osei-Manu really emphasizes that in this article.
He does. He really encourages us to spend with purpose, to support businesses and causes that we really believe in. Financial freedom can be about more than just your own comfort. It's about having the resources to make a real difference in the world. It ties back into that idea of empowerment. You're not just financially secure, but you're able to lift others up too.
I love that shift in perspective. It's making me think, if I were financially free, how could I use that to support the causes that I care about? What kind of change could I create in my own community? It's not just about what money can buy. It's about the good that it can do.
Yeah, it really adds like a whole other dimension to the concept of wealth,
It does. It's like that saying, it's not about how much you have, it's about what you do with it.
Yeah.
And reading this article, I realized that. I've been so focused on that first part, the getting more, that I haven't given much thought to that second part.
It's easy to get caught up in that, especially with all the messages that we see around us about earning and spending. But Osei-Manu, he reminds us that financial freedom is really a tool. We can use that tool to create some positive change.
So how do we bridge that gap? How do we go from, thinking about getting more to actually using our money for good?
Well, he talks about aligning our spending with our values. It's about being conscious consumers, supporting businesses that operate ethically and sustainably, choosing to invest in companies that are making a positive impact on the world.
I've been hearing more and more about impact investing lately. Is that kind of what he's getting at?
Exactly. Impact investing is all about putting your money into companies or organizations that are working to address social or environmental issues. It's a way to use your investments to generate both financial returns and positive change in the world.
That's amazing. I had no idea you could do both. I always thought investing was purely about making money.
Yeah. It's a growing trend, and it's really powerful. A powerful way to align your financial goals with your values. And it's not limited to investing either. You can also make a difference through your everyday spending habits.
Also, like choosing to buy fair trade coffee or supporting local businesses.
Exactly.
That are committed to sustainability.
Exactly. Every dollar that you spend is a vote for the kind of world you want to create. And even small changes can have a ripple effect.
That's so empowering. It makes me realize that I have a lot more control than I thought when it comes to making a positive impact. But let's be real, financial freedom isn't always easy to achieve. There are setbacks, there are challenges. Sometimes it feels like a real uphill battle.
Oh, absolutely. And Osei-Manu acknowledges that. He talks about having a positive money mindset even when things get tough.
I've heard that before, but I've always been a little bit skeptical. How can just thinking positively about money actually change anything?
Well, it's not about some magical thinking where you just wish for wealth and it appears or anything. It's about shifting your beliefs and attitudes towards money, which can really impact your decisions and actions.
So if you believe that money is scarce or that you're not good with it, you might be less likely to take risks or pursue opportunities that could lead to financial growth.
Exactly. Your beliefs about money can become self-fulfilling prophecies. But if you can cultivate a mindset of abundance and believe in your ability to create wealth, you're more likely to make choices that are going to support your goals.
Okay. I'm starting to see how that could make a difference. But how do you actually change your mindset, especially if you've always had, maybe negative associations with money?
It takes effort and conscious awareness. Osei-Manu suggests things like practicing gratitude for what you have, focusing on your financial goals, surrounding yourself with people who have positive influences, even something as simple as reading inspiring stories about people who have achieved financial success. Those things can help shift your perspective.
So it's about kind of reframing your relationship with money, seeing it as a tool for good and believing in your ability to use it wisely.
Right. And remember, it's a journey. It's not a destination. There will be ups and downs. But the key is to stay positive and keep learning and keep moving forward. One thing that struck me about Osei-Manu's approach is that it's not about deprivation. You don't have to sacrifice your happiness to achieve financial freedom.
He doesn't say give up everything you enjoy and live like a monk.
Yeah.
To save money.
Exactly. He emphasizes enjoying the present while also planning for the future. It's about finding that balance between spending wisely and allowing yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, I think that's such an important point. It's easy to get caught up in that hustle culture mentality.
Yeah.
And feel like you constantly have to be working and saving without ever taking time to actually enjoy life.
Right. And that's not sustainable in the long run.
No.
Financial freedom is ultimately about having the resources and the flexibility to live a life that aligns with your values and brings you joy.
So it's not just about having a lot of money. It's about having the freedom to choose how you spend your time, your energy, and your resources.
Exactly. It's about living a life of purpose and meaning, and using your financial resources to support that purpose. And, that brings us back to that initial question, why is money so important? It's not just about material possessions. It's about the opportunities it creates, the choices it provides, and the impact that it allows us to make.
It's about aligning our financial goals with our values and using our resources to create a better world, both for ourselves and for others.
And that's a powerful idea, isn't it? That our everyday financial choices can actually contribute to something bigger than ourselves.
It really is. I'm starting to see money in a whole new light. It's not just about bills and budgets. It's about potential and purpose and the power to make a positive impact.
Yeah, it really is a shift in perspective. Seeing money as something we use to create the life we want and make a difference rather than something we're always chasing.
It's about taking control of our finances instead of them controlling us and that brings us back to this deep dive. We're exploring Everyday Money by Frederick Osei-Manu. What I thought was so fascinating about this article is how he combines the, practical stuff, like earning and managing your money, with this deeper sense of purpose.
He really does. And he encourages us to dream big.
Yeah.
Think about what you would pursue if money was no object.
Yeah.
It's easy to get bogged down in the day-to-day, But if you can take a step back and connect with your bigger aspirations, it can be really motivating.
That question really stopped me in my tracks when I read it. It's easy to list off, material things. But when you really dig deep, it's about the experiences you want to have, the impact you want to make on the world, the freedom to pursue your passions.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Exactly. And those dreams, those aspirations, they can be powerful motivators for making smart financial choices today.
So it's not about delaying gratification indefinitely, but investing in a future where those dreams can become reality.
Exactly. And remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small steps, making informed choices, and consistently moving towards those goals.
It's about being mindful of our spending, exploring opportunities to save and invest, and always learning and growing our own financial literacy.
And don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. There are so many resources out there, financial advisors, online communities, to help you navigate all this stuff about money. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. There's so much information out there. It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
But if we approach it with curiosity and a willingness to learn, it's a lot less intimidating. And honestly, it's more empowering.
The key is to be proactive and take ownership of your own financial journey. And remember, your relationship with money is personal. What works for someone else might not work for you, and that's okay. It's about finding what resonates with you and creating a strategy that aligns with your own values and your own goals.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener for me. I've really rethought my own relationship with money after reading this and seen it in a whole new light. It's not just about paying the bills, but creating a life of purpose and meaning.
And remember, every choice you make, from the way you earn to the way you spend, even to the way you invest, it's all a step towards creating that future.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of everyday money, we encourage you to reflect on what you've learned. Connect with your own aspirations and start taking some steps to make those aspirations a reality.
Yeah, maybe this has sparked some ideas for your own financial journey. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about money, the more control you have over your financial future.
We'll be back with more deep dives into, fascinating topics like this one. So stay tuned. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those money-making ideas flowing.